Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into career planning. And listen, this is about way more than just your next promotion. It's about how you actually navigate your entire professional life. We're going to break down its massive role inside the bigger world of human resources.
So let's kick things off with a big question. When most of us hear HR, we think of contracts, payroll, maybe putting in a leave request. But its role has evolved into something so much more strategic, something that can literally shape your future. So what does HR really do for your career?
To answer that, we've got to look at the big picture first, the whole architecture of modern human resources. This is the foundation that everything else is built on. Yeah, think of HR less like a department down the hall and more like a carefully designed piece of architecture. It's this whole integrated framework that connects a company's biggest goals right down to the people, the ones who actually make it all happen. And this architecture is held up by three core pillars. First up, you've got strategy. That's the high-level vision, the what are we trying to achieve with our people. Then you have policies. These are the rules of the road, the guidelines. And finally, practices. That's the day-to-day stuff, the actions that actually bring that big strategy to life. And those three pillars, they support an entire ecosystem of functions. We're talking recruitment, performance management, learning and development, you name it. All these pieces have to work together to manage a company's most important asset, which is, of course, its people. Okay, so let's zoom in. Inside that huge ecosystem, we're going to put a spotlight on one of the most critical functions for your entire professional journey, career planning. You'll also hear this called career pathing, and really, it's all about creating a roadmap. It's the process that shows you exactly how you can grow and advance inside a company, and, crucially, what skills you're going to need to get to each next step. It's where your ambitions and the company's future needs meet. Now, here's what's so fascinating from a business standpoint. As business psychologist Ben Schwenke points out, it's almost always smarter and cheaper for companies to promote people from within. But, and this is a huge but, that whole strategy falls apart if your people aren't actually ready to step up into those bigger roles. So why is this such a big deal? Well, it turns out good career planning is a pretty powerful solution to some of the biggest headaches that both employees and companies are dealing with right now. And this just lays it out perfectly. It's a total win-win. For you, the employee, it means a clear path forward, it keeps you motivated, and it helps you grow your skills. And for the company, they get to keep their best people, they build a much stronger pipeline of talent, and no surprise, productivity goes up. Everybody wins. But there is an even more urgent reason why this is so critical. Get a load of this number. A massive 76% of employees say they've experienced burnout at some point. That's 3 out of every 4 people. And here's the key takeaway. A huge driver of that burnout is feeling stuck. When you can't see a future for yourself where you are, you just check out. A clear, effective career plan is the perfect antidote to that. It makes you feel valued and like you're actually invested in your own future with the company. Okay, so where is all this headed? Well, career planning isn't just some static, dusty old process. It's evolving, fast, and it's changing right alongside the entire HR function itself. I mean, just look at this timeline. Back in the 70s, it was called personnel, and it was mostly just paperwork. Then in the 90s, we got human resource management. But now, today, HR is a true strategic business partner that has a real seat at the leadership table. And what this evolution really means is that the top HR leader, the CHRO, is now expected to be a change champion. They're not just managing people anymore. They're leading digital transformation and making sure the entire organization is resilient enough to handle whatever's coming next. And this whole strategic shift is being powered by some huge trends. First, you've got AI and analytics, which isn't just a buzzword. We're talking about smart systems that can suggest the perfect training for you based on your goals. Then there's the massive focus on employee well-being, designing career paths that don't lead to burnout. Of course, DEI is huge, creating fairer pathways to leadership for everybody. And finally, building resilience. Companies are now actively training you to be more adaptable for jobs that might not even exist yet. All of this is fundamentally changing what a career path looks like. And as Sahana Rao points out here, technology is what's making this all possible. Think about it. AI can look at industry trends and predict that, say, in 2 years, the company's going to need more data visualization experts. So the system can actually find people internally with similar skills and proactively say, hey, here's the training you need to be ready for that future job.
It totally flips career planning from being reactive to being this forward-looking strategic tool for your potential.
So, after all that, what does this actually mean for you? Well, it completely redefines who owns your career development.
It's not a one-way street anymore. This has to be a partnership, plain and simple. The company's job is to provide the tools, the roadmap, the opportunities. But it's your job to bring the ambition and the drive to actually make it happen. And so we'll leave you with this final thought. In this new world of work, where things are always changing and growth is everything, you really have to ask yourself, is my career a path or is it a parking lot? The tools are there, but it's up to you to grab the wheel.